Fear is the first thing that our program, our mental, takes accountability for when we take new starts, or when we want to begin a project, or when we have a dream that we want to chase. That fear then puts us in that stagnant mindset. So therefore, you're not even able to move forward or be in the present. Now you've kind of removed yourself from the situation and placed yourself in a problem, which is pretty dumb. And then you being that problem, then you're not taking action on something. So now you're in your own head. So now you can't trust yourself. Now you're lacking discernment, which that's what many people do. And that's why many can't attain that emotional level of success and actually feeling whole within ourselves, the soul being happy. Because we set our mindset onto something and we're not willing to try something new. Now, does willing to try something new mean being foolish? No, absolutely not. But information we can always absorb or take in. It doesn't mean that we got to apply all of that or whatever we're hearing. It's just, you see, some get offended by opinions. Some don't. The ones that don't are the ones who learn, because we get to see different perspectives. It doesn't throw us off. It doesn't mess up our equilibrium, because we're balanced. It's those that get distracted by the outside worlds. I always speak on prayers and affirmations, and even with manifesting, because I can tell you, comment down below manifestations and your manifest will come true. But then I would be lying to you, and I don't want to mislead the people like the world misleads others, because you have a platform or whatever the reason be, that's wrong. That's why the world is in that state of misery that they are in, because they fake the funk. That they portray this happiness that they show you on camera, that's not what they're inside. That's not what they feel in their soul, And this is why they behave certain ways. And if you notice, demons, they act off of fear. So if you tell a demon, I love you, that's not going to trigger, and they're actually going to ignore that. Now say something that hits them where it hurts, and they react off fear. So you trigger them, they start to ball up, and then they get pushed to a wall, and push comes to shove. That's when their behaviors change, and that's why you see this in wicked tarot readers, if you guys are wondering. You see, spirituality is what we don't know. It's the unspeakable. It's things that we don't see. The basic human and the basic mind, they can see something and call it ordinary and call it normal. It's when you drop your ego. It's when we let go of old traditions, our beliefs, the things that we're taught, and reprogram ourselves and put ourselves in these student chair and soak up knowledge, because there's knowledge and messages all around us. Just like when we sleep, what do you think prayer is? That's what they're doing. But the thing is, they're not matching their frequency. That's why their things and manifestations, and that's why religious people suffer. They're made to believe that that they're gonna go to heaven or something. Well, they're actually in the illusion, because this is heaven, and heaven is what we make it. My heaven is good. I love to wake up. I love to go to sleep. I love to do what I do. This is my heaven. It's like they wait to go to hell to live. What are you gonna do over there? You're already a demon, so shoot, it kind of makes sense. It's like dum-dums. Fortune wheel. Don't block your blessings. Luck and right timing, divine timing. So sometimes you see, you'll start getting that nudge and feeling. You'll start to feel like a sense of confusion if you've been doing something and you're lacking on growth. You could be doing this for 20 years and you'll know it's time to level up, because what you've been doing won't start making sense. You'll start feeling like you don't want to do it no more. And that's the divine giving you the opportunity, because anything under the light is free will. It's not darkness. Darkness, anything religion, anything that wants control over you or dominance, that goes under the darkness. Light doesn't do that. It's like the light knows what darkness is. So it's like, you want to go out there, be our guest. We know what light is. You'll come back. And if you don't come back, well, that must have been fun, right? Let us know how that went. Drop the reviews. So we're not into trying to control and knock at your door and force you to do nothing. No, all we do is spread the knowledge, because there's so many that understand this and are at that wavelength. And so many will make them feel that they're out of place. But you're not out of place. It's them that are not in place. They're not in position. Like, it's like stairs. You can't just levitate up there. You gotta walk it up there, and they try to skip the process. That's what religion does. You can't skip the process, and even if you do, it backfires on you, because you're gonna get hit with some type of task, and you're not there mentally. The capacity you don't have, the mental capacity is not there for that situation. So you go there, and as they say, new levels, new devils. So you go to a new level, and the new devil whoops that ass. And that's how it goes. So don't be foolish. Look, have you looking tied up? Have you tied out your own 2-story house? Trying to tell you, they play their mind. They trap their mind. They don't want to grow. They refuse to grow. And I mean, a spiritual person is actually a free spirit, which means it's pretty much in everything. And if you know, once you step into your calling and you begin your healing journey and start that spiritual journey, it's like things that you didn't care for before, just everything starts to make sense. It actually becomes the missing puzzle to the whole picture of the grand scheme of it all. You then start to wonder, and the things that didn't make sense, if you have any trauma or whatever the case, if you got treated bad or something happened, near death experiences, you're like, oh, and then you start to make sense. Every job that you worked at taught you something, and this is what forms us to be one as a whole, you know. So don't let the fear of you trying to elevate stop your blessings or abundance. Don't be trapped in your mind. Don't let it take your happiness from you. That emotional joy, which your soul asks of you. Don't stay trapped in your mind. Elevation requires for us to keep walking up.